some violence.
I like combat jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I gotta say it. It's the truth.
Mark Elliott, Jacob Brown.
Man, y'all better not look away from the screen because there is some craziness going on with this walkout. I can't really tell what it is yet.
Yeah.
But
We got some glitter involved.
There's a lot of glitter.
And some horns. Glitter. Yeah, a lot of glitter.
There's an entourage, it seems, is what I would call it.
Also covered in glitter.
Entourage with glitter and face masks and now someone assisting with the removal of the face mask.
And Mark Elliott is up on the platform, just not even watching. It's like, I didn't come to do glitter.
Yeah. Yeah, and we've got some serious outfits happening.
Yeah.
Well, we know the crowd's going to be loud for this gentleman right here.
Yeah, they will.
We can hear it. We can see it. Wow.
When you do all these extra accoutrements, you just don't want them to be a distraction for you either, you know?
I think it depends on the person, right?
Yeah.
Some people, for them, like...
Is part of it.
Part of it?
Yeah. Mark Elliott, Jacob Brown. Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big misdirection on the finish there, but right into a butterfly hook elevation there on bottom. But look at the flurry of passing and the change in directions in the top position. Wow.
Now he's going to settle into the spot. Oh.
Yeah, Jacob Brown looking to be attacking the top arm, but look at the legs and the flexibility coming up over the top. Back into a cartwheel pass. Woo.
I mean, if you're the type of kid who likes to cartwheel pass repeatedly, wearing glitter is authentically you, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it
He's
needs
got
to
some
be.
style.
Yeah.
But look at this inverted north-south escape that can lead to the back like we've seen a couple times today. Oh, and that far side Kimura, too. Look at that grip.
Rotates around.
Woo. Almost exposes the back there with that Kimura grip. 5 minutes left on the clock. Now the shoulders are getting flattened out to the bottom, but do we potentially see some rubber guard action?
Just passing to Mount.
We'll see if he can stabilize the position, right? Because Jacob Brown's had a lot of good attacks, but he's kind of been flying around and gets kind of bucked off and knocked around and back.
He's partying too hard. Yeah, he's not slowing it down. But now he is.
Now we are seeing
Yeah.
Good stabilization here. You've got the head and arm control. Anytime you isolate a head and arm like this, you know that your opponent's in trouble. You maybe bring in that left knee over for a triangle. Mounted triangle coming in. Look at the grip on that foot though, to not allow the leg to come over the top.
And then feeds it back to his legs.
Wow, but slips over to the back.
Slides to the back.
Yeah, that was really smooth. Body triangle
it's a flashy
on the back
kid.
here.
Yeah.
Not able to stabilize the choke, but it could be under now with that right arm. Typically when you're finishing,
it's on the face.
Yeah. And ideally you want to be on the side of the choking arm, kind of rotate that arm towards the ground. It's harder to finish here on the non-choking side. And we see now the shoulders starting to slip out to the back. That could be the sign of an escape.
He's going to try to come up on the mount, but no, he ends up on the bottom.
Man.
Elliott will get his chance here.
Yeah, Mark Elliott really with some impressive resilience, escaping a couple of deep submissions and deep attacks.
Just an old school sweep.
Mark Elliott doing a great job keeping that right hook over the top of his foot and attacking the far arm, because this really maintains control of both sides of the body, right? So he can pull you into triangles, he can expose the back, he can go into K-guard setups into the legs. Mark Elliott has a very unorthodox style, right? We can see
shin across the whole torso there for a moment. Now Jacob up on the single.
Yeah, Mark came back up to the feet and then almost
chose to go back down.
Almost came up with a wrestle up. Whoa!
What do we got here?
Wow, this is hard to see from the angle that we are at.
I can see the neck on the right side of the throat, but there's pressure on the head. The face isn't turning red from the angle we're seeing. So it's just a
Yeah, we don't quite have
French
the right angle
braid
to
of
see.
flesh and bone here. That is a really cool French braid here.
We got a lot of action from the crowd cheering on Jacob to get out. Now remember that slams are legal here. If Jacob could pick him up and slam him, that might be one option to escape. But it's dangerous too because in submissions like this, you can also
Smash
deepen the
yourself deeper,
submission.
Kendall, what is this tangle here? Like,
Initially, I thought it was a buggy choke,
but
I
a modified buggy of some
I
kind.
can't really see the other side of the head.
It's also his back. Yeah, it's a very cool one. Then the right foot is tangled into triangle behind his own left as he's got the arm through. It's just where is the pressure on the head from here? They're both actually experiencing, maybe it is a bit of a modified buggy because they're both experiencing pressure on their face as you can see here. Very cool. It's a strange angle for us. And we're in a bad spot where we are sitting, so we can just see what you see here. You almost need to see the other side.
It looks like a buggy choke, but I just can't see the other side, so I don't want to confirm. But either way, we know Jacob's in some danger. We can see he's breathing hard. We see his rib cage. But he's also now flipped Mark Elliott all the way upside down, so he's stacked up on top of his head, and he's getting deeper and deeper into this stack. So he's forcing Mark Elliott to now turn the other way.
B-Mac, can you see this French braid of flesh and bone here? Make sense of it?
Interesting.
It's not a.
How do we end up here? I just walked in on some madness.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so it is cleared.
Well, it looked like a buggy, but we couldn't
but it
see
wasn't
the other
quite
side.
because we couldn't see the other side.
But now to the back. But Jacob Brown has been back. He's been mount. He's been side control. He's now back again. He hasn't been able to lock up.
It's been a wild one.
He hasn't been able to lock up anything definitive, but he has definitely been in control the majority of the match, although that submission that he was in for a while now was tough. But here we see a bit of arm triangle coming in. But look at that interesting defense of Mark Elliott threading his arm underneath his leg to keep his arm from going over his head. Because when you're in an arm triangle, the shoulder needs to shut off the blood in the carotid artery. If your arm comes down, it's very difficult to do that. But now his arm popped out. Seconds are winding down here on the edge of the mat.
I think it's going to be his either way, but yeah. That was a wild one. And they're both so different.
That was a hurricane of a match.
The look on the two of their faces like, I found one like myself. Found a weird one like myself. That was a lot of fun.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You know?
Yeah, I hate I missed all that, man. I had to go back there and get a sweatshirt and come back out.
It's cold out here.
Your winner by way of decision, Jacob the Bull.
Yeah.
Wow.